Hello, everyone. My name is Alekhya Shalaka. I'm one of the peer coaches from Career Development Department. I'm here to tell you what our department and what do we do and who are we, how we actually help you out. So let me get just started. If you have any questions, you can please feel free to ping in the chat box, or you can just maybe raise your hand and I will be here to answer your questions. So what's career development department? So you might be all wondering now. So career development department at Texas A&M University Commerce plays a role in helping students and alumni to achieve career goals, I would say. So we provide a range of services to students to develop skills and also knowledge which are necessary in succeeding the career which you have chosen. One of the main responsibilities which we are carrying out is providing the career counseling and guidance. So this includes maybe helping out students with their exploring the potential careers and identifying what their strengths and weaknesses are. So we provide assistance with resume and cover letter writing and help you with job preparation, job search, and maybe strategies. So these are the few things which we are here to help you with. Industry related questions, resume reviews, mock interviews, line wardrobe, career clothing, LinkedIn headshots. So I would be walking you through all these things and let you know what is what. So in addition to this, we provide the one-on-one career counseling. So career development department, it hosts a variety of focused events, I would say, workshops throughout the year, and this provides you opportunities to students get chance to participate in these workshops or events, and this provides opportunities to meet the employers and learn about different industries across and choosing the whatever the career paths which you are interested in, and it also helps you developing your own skills. So the department also maintains we also help you with job search. So that includes both on campus and off the campus, so internships and full-time jobs too. So and overall, so the career development department at Texas A&M University, I would say, plays an important role and help you guys in achieving your career goals by providing guidance, resources. We have few resources which I would be talking about in the further slides and develop you with the skills and knowledge. So okay, so let's say if you are in a job search, and these are the few steps which would be in your job search. But you see the second step, which is documents, resume, and cover letter. Here, I would like to mention instead it as a number two, maybe we can actually consider that as a first step. The initial step, maybe the zeroth step, I would say. So documents are the first and the foremost things which are important even before you search for a job. So why a good resume and a good cover letter are important, that is what I would like to talk about now. Because those are the two essential tools, I would say, for you to getting noticed by an employer for a job interview. And these documents serve as the first impression for a hiring manager or a recruiter to take the decision whether the chosen candidate is good for fit for the interview or not, or move on with the other candidates. So I would say a well-crafted resume should always be is important, where it can highlight your skills, your qualifications, and accomplishment in a clear and concise manner. Let's say you have all the required skills which are essential for some XYZ position, but you're not in a position to jordan all them properly in a resume. So that doesn't makes a resume the better one, I would say, the best one. So a well-crafted resume is certainly important. So why it is important is that's the very first impression for an employer or a hiring manager to go with you or move on with any other candidates. So it should be formatted in such a way that I see someone just raised hand. Okay, I will answer all the questions maybe in the end of the presentation once I'm done with the presentation. So it should be formatted in such a way that it is easy in a readable format, visually appealing, and you might be all knowing by this time now, proper grammar, punctuations, and spelling are at the same time, they're equally important. A strong resume can help you in standing out from other applicants, I would say, and show or potentially showcase or demonstrate that you are someone who is the best fit for that particular job. Similarly, cover letters are also equally important. So let's say you have something which you cannot mention in your resume, you can go ahead and put those things in your cover letter, and that can explain more about yourself and why you are interested in that position, or how your skills and qualifications can be utilized and make you the right fit for that particular role. A well-written cover letter as well as resume, both are equally important uh, in order to go and apply for any job. So that is what we are here to help you with. And as we all say that first impression will be the best impression. So looking at your resume and cover letter will always give the employer or hiring manager the first impression. So a positive impression is something always which is needed, I would say, for you to get or uh, apply. I mean, a positive impression is important, I would say. So let me talk about next slide. Okay, so but where do you look for jobs? So let's say you want to apply and you want to look for jobs, where you would be looking. So there are several places where you can actually look for jobs, but I would like to mention what we would mostly be using or coming across here. So the first thing is Handshake, LinkedIn, Indeed, and specific company websites, career face, networking events, and personal network. I would like to talk about each and every point here. So let's talk about Handshake first. So Handshake is a platform for students, and it is it's an application where you can connect with employers and apply for jobs. So it is for full-time on-campus jobs, internships, and off-campus too. So what exactly Handshake is? It is almost similar to LinkedIn. So it will allow you to create a profile where you can create profile and then search for jobs, internships, and apply. You can directly start applying through the platform. It is user friendly, and additional resources also it provides. So for with us, the TMUC Timeshake, so you have an option where you can meet us. I mean, career advisors, the career counseling option is something you can go ahead and schedule an appointment with us through Handshake, and we would be here glad to assist you with any questions which you have related to your resume, cover letter, or job search. And so many employers so you also have another option is where you can directly reach out to an employer on the Handshake, and there are other platforms. LinkedIn, with by this time maybe everybody is already aware of what LinkedIn is, and Indeed, and specific company websites. Let's say if you are applying for let's say you have some company XYZ and you want to apply, you can directly go navigate to the company website. Let's say Amazon, you can just directly Google amazon.com and then whatever the role you're interested in, you would be searching for it, and then you'll be going ahead and applying. Career fairs. So career fairs are one of the other things where career development would be hosting. So we have career fair events happening. So and a lot of career fair events do happen here. So where you will get to meet employers and talk about your resume, cover letter, getting industry related specific questions, talking more about it. And networking events are also similar. So where you can build your network professionally through uh, networking events. It's not just maybe meeting professionally. So you can also networking events is something maybe your classmates, your friends, or your lecture professors can also that is also something I would call as networking, not networking events, because they can also lead you to a job opportunity sometimes. Networking connections which are made in colleges, through classes, friends, or also kind of which would be helping you in job search. And personal network is also something similar to networking, where you can just build your personal network. Maybe that also sometimes helps you in finding out a job. And this is what I was talking about earlier to the slide. So resumes and cover letter, why they are important. So the first impression and how you can be the best or the potential candidate in order to secure a job. And let me talk about few facts about resume and cover letter. So the average time a recruiter spends looking at your resume is hardly 5 to 7 seconds. So by this time, you'll have to understand how good the cover letter and how good the resume should be. So 76% of resumes are discarded for an unprofessional email. So when unprofessional email is something, at some point we had some email, instead of having our first name and last name, we might had something called uh, some fancy names, maybe pretty something, or rocking Alekia or something like that. So those kind of emails which you have, or if you're currently using, I would say just go ahead and create a new email. So that is something unprofessional. So we would employers or recruiting managers would definitely do not want to see those kind of emails mentioning on your resume, having those on your resume. And 88% rejection rate when you include a picture. So you might ask me why a picture should not be included. So employers or recruiting managers, they do not want to know your personal details, maybe your nationality, or the from what background you're coming from. So there are chances where it gets rejected. I have seen quite a lot of resumes where they were professional photos, but that is also not required at this point of time. So there are more chances where your resume can be rejected if you're having even a professional picture on your resume. So I would say that is something, that's a fact which we're talking about. So let's not have any profile picture on our resumes. And 75% of applicants are rejected by applicant tracking system software. So let me show you a resume. So you might be seeing one. So the resumes which I am showing you on the screen are something pretty decent and good. So there is nothing wrong in the resume, but they are not ATS friendly for online platforms. Let's say if you're handing out this resume to a recruiter or an HR, then that's absolutely fine. But let's say if this is something you are uploading it on an online platform, then it is not user friendly. So why? Let me mention few things. So in the first resume, you see there are few emojis or stickers where it shows when your email, it has a email icon, the button. Phone, it has a phone icon or button. So these are something not understood by the AI system. So it would be reading out them as some kind of information which is given to the system, which is not in a readable format. So there are chances where your application get rejected if you're applying these kind of resumes on online platforms. So it has all the elements. If I take for the first resume, it shows all the basic information about the person. It has their experience and the education, awards and achievements, everything pretty much detailedly mentioned, but it is not user, I mean, it's not ATS friendly, mainly on the online platforms. And 93% of recruiters are likely to look at your social media profile. Personal branding is important. So when I say social media platform, it's not just within the LinkedIn, I would say sometimes it is also linked with your Instagram too, and Facebook too. So just make sure you're having a professional bio mentioned in your LinkedIn on your social platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. So ATS can track communications with candidates, automate interviews, scheduling, and screen candidates by using keywords. So keywords are pretty much important, I would say. Let's say you're applying for some business analyst position. So if the keywords are not, if the keywords are missing in your resume, then there are high chances where your resume might not be shortlisted. So you'll have to know for that, let's say for some XYZ position, what keywords are required in they are needed to be mentioned in the resume, and what will, so that you will be having chances of where your resume will be shortlisted. And so the keywords stand to expand. Okay, and so the other thing which I would like to mention is use dashes instead of bullets. So in the let me talk, okay, in all of these resumes, you might be seeing the bullets, which are circles. So even these are read by the ATS system as a inverted question mark with a box in it. So it feels that there is some information which is given in the resume, which is not in a readable format by the machine. So a machine which cannot understand the information which is given, so it would definitely think that there is some information which is given which I cannot understand. So there are chances where your resume will be maybe getting rejected. So instead of these bullets, I would say use the hyphens, the which I mean, which actually helps you out in making it more user friendly on the online platforms. So this is the other resume. So when you look, just look at the resume, pretty much everything is within, like, you just give a 5 to 6 seconds of span of time. You can see pretty much all the information is covered. So let me talk about everything. I mean, the format of the resume. So the first you'll have to have is your name, your email address, your personal email address, your mobile number. And if you're active on LinkedIn, please go ahead and mention your LinkedIn URL. You can customize your URLs, and instead of having everything mentioned, you can just have it customized. So it will be as www.linkedin.com/first name/last name. And so this has skills, so education, work experience, related experience, and awards. So I'm not saying that this is the format which you'll have to follow mandatorily, but let's say if you're still pursuing your education, so just go ahead and mention your skills, education, and then your work experience. So this is a ATS formatted, friendly formatted resume in a I would say. The previous resumes which I showed are also good resumes, but they are not ATS friendly formatted. So keeping your sentences concise. So having your sentences in a readable format is something which I would recommend. Always make sure, the other important thing which I forgot to mention, maybe in the very first place, I should have mentioned, that is have your resume maybe within 1 page, I would say. So I've seen resumes which are like 2-3 pages, just which I already mentioned, they hardly take 5 to 6 seconds. So just have it in one page, make it so concise, and just have it in like one page. And yeah, tailor your resume. It will give you the words you needed. And so these are the sections which are must in your resume, and sections you can have is the ones which I've mentioned here. And sorry, and no resumes with, I mean, the no's are no pictures, reference on request, personal information, hobbies, and yeah, I would also say personal information. Maybe back in our countries, we had mentioned our personal information such as nationality, uh, maybe religion or something. So those are highly not recommended here. I would say the personal information, you're just actually giving out extra information. So those are something highly not recommended. And your hobbies. So if you're applying for some position, and just talk about why you're applying for that position, and what skills are related to that position, what qualifications you have makes you fit for that position, but do not mention any hobbies. And references on request. So if and only if a reference is asked, then you can. So do not mention any references also, I would say, on your resume. So these are the few things. So cover letters. So cover letters, which I already mentioned. So the few things which you did not, or which you cannot mention in your resume, maybe you can go ahead and mention them on your cover letter. So let's say if you are applying for some position, and you can talk about why you are best suitable for that position. Are you the fit candidate, or if you have any experience related to the position which you're applying for, relevant experience, you can talk more about it in the cover letter, which you can not actually mention in your resume. So cover letters and resumes are equally important. So this is one of the example of cover letter formatting, I would say. So first paragraph, it speaks about the job position and why you are interested. And the second paragraph, it shows about what skills you have that align with the position. And third is the thank you note. So pretty much that's it, makes your cover letter. And so I also mentioned I would be talking about something called resources which we have. So these are the few resources which we have, that is Focus 2. So you might be asking what Focus 2 is. So let me talk about it now. So Focus 2 is one of the online platform which actually helps you in interview preparation. Big Interview is an AI application where you can log in with your college email ID, and it's an AI tool which actually helps you in how to prepare for an interview. So let's say if you applied for some XYZ position and you want to know how you are giving your interview. So you can just log into the Big Interview, sign up, and then all you have to do is use the resources which are available. So it actually helps you out. Let's say body gesture, the position where you're sitting in, if whether you're properly sitting or not. So the AI helps you in, let's say, the hand movement. So when I talk, I move my hands a lot. So is that a positive? Are you on the positive side, or on the, is it leading to a negative side while you're giving an interview? So it's an AI application. So where it actually helps you out how you're giving the best, how you will have to give, and what makes you be the best candidate. Or so it's an application which technically helps you with how to prepare for an interview. Focus 2 and Big Interview. And coming to career development, so we are here uh, in the career development department. So we have the coaches where we can help you, giving you advices with your resume and cover letter preparation. So you can always schedule an appointment with us. So all you have to do is create a profile on Handshake, upload your resume and cover letter, and you can schedule an appointment with us. You will have an option to schedule an appointment. You can just go ahead, schedule, and we would be here available, and we would be helping you with your resume preparation and cover letter preparation. So Handshake is another application. So most of you here I see are international students. So you might be having questions, how Handshake is important, or how can it be important for you applying for any on-campus job. So any job positions or listings are all available on Handshake. All you have to do is just go ahead and search on-campus jobs and upload your resume and cover letter and with any other required documents. And yeah, that helps you out in searching or getting a job on campus, and that's through Handshake. So yeah, pretty much, which I already mentioned about. It's an application where you can find jobs, internship listings, upcoming events. Also, yeah, whatever the events which we would be conducting will be available on the Handshake, and that helps you to build your career. And helpful resources. Helpful resources are us, the career development department, and with connecting with employers, career fairs, and other workshop events through Handshake. So yeah, the focus too, which I was talking about, which helps you with taking the right decision and helps you with the exploring occupations and make informed career decisions, helps you in planning process and then achieve career success throughout their lifetime. So yeah, so this is what I was earlier mentioning about. It would actually give you a feedback, the big interview. It's a practice tool. It talks about your body language, the eye contact which you're giving, and the verbal takes that you could unknowingly cost you the job. So these were the points which I was mentioning about being in a big interview and how helpful it is. So we have a few upcoming events too, which would be happening in the coming fall semester. So that's Lucky's Leo Law Enforcement and College of Business Career Fair on October 23rd. Maybe I missed out the date. And we have other events with the College of Science and Engineering and all the major career fairs. We have quite a few events which would be happening with the career development department. So I would encourage all you guys to come and join us with all the upcoming events which would be happening. That would be a great. You can also have the exposure, I would say, coming from different countries, which will give you greater exposure to meet the employers and see where you're standing out in the market. Any questions related to industry specific questions which you will be having, you can just talk about all those things in these events. So which I was mentioning earlier was schedule an appointment with us. So in order to schedule an appointment, all you have to do is just scan this QR code, which is the other easy thing. But even before scanning QR code, just make sure you're already having a profile on Handshake. So have an Handshake profile, have your resume and cover letter. You can just go ahead and apply. We would be reviewing it. Or if you're not satisfied with the review, and then you can maybe meet us in per one-on-one and get the counseling. You can also reach out to us on the email ID which we have mentioned, hirelyne@timeuc.edu. Scan the QR code and that would redirect you to an app called Handshake, and you can schedule an appointment with us. Okay, yeah, pretty much that's it. So our mission is to help you out in your career. I mean, throughout, as long as with you are with Texas A&M, and even after you graduate, we also help alumni students also. So yeah, we help you with the career preparation, the exploration or the engagement, which these are the three services which we would be providing. So I would say all you have to do is just go ahead and start using the utilize the opportunity which you have. So we help you with all the, not all the essential skills, I would say, but to some point where you can uh, have a proper resume, cover letter, and then help you with job or interview preparation, and then uh, make sure that you are someone who can compete in the job market.